58, I think. The song is called Reflection Pool. There's construction outside. You are early today. Thank you. Again, that song is called Reflection Pool, and it was named by Kit James from the stream. Now, this next song I'm going to play is called... It was tentatively titled Over the Pond, but I actually need to rename it because there's another song called Over and Under, and I don't want to get the songs confused at all. So, I'll be taking suggestions for renaming this song. Oh look, you can see my reface in this shot. You usually can't. You usually can't. So this is the song I need to rename. Mushroom tea? Is that a thing? I would try it. Mushroom tea. For everybody joining just now, this song that was earlier titled Over they're doing. There's a lot of construction outside, but I can't exactly tell what they're doing. So I was working on a Lama Karma. Lama Karma? Lame Karma? Lame Kala? I've butchered it a few times now. I apologize. I was working on chords because I was doing a remix to the... What's that song? Psychedelic Mushrooms tape's absolutely atrocious, so the T is a little... Oh. Oh, mushroom tea is like mushroom tea. I was thinking like mushroom tea, like earthy, normal dinner mushroom type tea. I wasn't thinking like a hallucinogenic tea. My baby brain was in effect. I think the chords are that. Say So song. I started making a remix of it last night using those chords. Garbage truck's coming. So it might get a little noisy for a second. I apologize. Friendly faces, I don't know what most of you look like. I know what Lindsay looks like. I know what Joey Star looks like, who is away having surgery right now. I know what Isadora looks like. I know what Leanna looks like. And I think that's it. Oh, happy birthday. I still know how to play the birthday song? Wasn't the last time I played it for Lindsay? I love that chord. wrote the birthday song. It's atrocious. It really is. That melody is trash. It's horrible. Maybe I should be playing it down there. I'm so sorry. I'm ruining Cos's birthday. Oh my god, it was so sad. What on earth? Wait. Maybe I should start up higher. Anyways, happy birthday, Cos. I hope you're going to do something fun today. Because I'm certainly not. I'm going to be working all day today after I finish this stream. And it's rather gloomy, so I hope there's a lot of people in the boba shop. When there's a lot of people in the shop, time goes by a little faster, and I also feel a little bit more productive. Okay, this next song is called Doublets. I love playing this song because it changes every time I play it, and just recently that's weird. Just recently I added a part to it in the string yesterday. Whoa, you can retract messages? Whoa. I'm gonna do laundry today too. Twinsies. Sorry. had a fine Martin Luther King Day. Or a Monday. Hi, Cyber. Welcome back. Well, did I dream that? Did I dream that? Did that actually happen? Whoa, that didn't actually happen. I think I want one of those small boxes of cereal. I think my problem is I often get cravings for cereal, but then I'll buy a whole box of cereal and I'll have like one or maybe two bowls, and then that'll be it for the entire year, and then the cereal like goes bad. But I dreamed that I bought some, and I was like actually looking forward to eating it after this stream, but I just realized it didn't actually happen. Is it raining? It must have rained last night. I'm just now realizing everything's wet. I'm an oatmeal guy myself. You know, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was raised on oatmeal, or I was raised on hot cereal. I don't know, cream of wheat, oatmeal, whatever. Anyways, point is, I was raised on stuff like that. And my mom always said that she regretted letting me try cold cereal because then after that, I never was able to go back to the healthier, more sustaining option. Also the cheaper option, to the chagrin of my mom. So, later in life, I tried to go back. I was like, how bad could it be? And I think that my taste buds were ruined because I did prefer cereal to oatmeal. But now, cereal kind of makes me sick a little bit. Like, usually it's a craving thing. Like, I'll get a box of it, and then I won't be able to actually finish the box because it's just too much. Never dreamed that you found a treasure chest and wake up like, no, I was rich. No, but I've had dreams where I had a lot of money and then woken up and not had it. There wasn't a treasure chest involved. When I was eating oatmeal cause, I put bananas in it. I was a banana person. Never any berries, though. I know a lot of people will do the berries. Oh, bananas and apple slices. Well, I should say I didn't really put it in. My mom put it in. And then after that, I was kind of stuck with it. But it was very good. Apple, cinnamon, and banana. My only problem is, yeah, I need smaller I need small boxes of cereal, right? Because then I won't waste the cereal. But the problem is, I don't like the regular cereals. Like, I feel like if you're gonna get a small box, it's going to be like Fruit Loops, Cheerios, Frosted Flakes, maybe Apple Jacks, Lucky Charms if you're lucky, Lucky Charms if you're fortunate, and maybe a chocolate one. I don't know, Cocoa Pebbles or something. I feel like the cereals I like don't come in small boxes. Enjoy your oatmeal though, cause. Oh, I was playing, I think I finished it. Whoa, that's a callback. Somebody remembers my Lucky Charms remix. I'm never not impressed by some of your guys' memory. I've always been ashamed of speaking. Oh, hold on, let me... Wait, somebody else say something so that comment will come back up. So I don't have to. Oh, cool. I've always been ashamed of speaking something on these streams. I always listened to the morning medleys, but never used the chat for the first stream until now. Oh, Mushroom Tea, you've been in here and just haven't been saying anything? What a pity. Well, I'm glad you decided to say something today. You seem like such a pleasant person. I love food topics, says Kaz. Oh, no. Don't get us trapped here again. Kaz, remember? Remember what happened last time? Was that you in here last time? It ate up the entire stream. It consumed the... Well, I guess there is no other way to say that without it being a food pun. It took up the entire stream. I feel like something was crawling on me. Sorry. Yeah, your English is probably better than mine. I'm constantly mixing up my words. I'm actually glad nobody in the stream makes fun of me when that happens. Interesting. I just realized why that song always sounded off on the last chord, because I was always playing this instead of that. I fixed it on accident. That song is called Over and Under. What was the random thought, Cyber? I'm a taller guy, so when I take showers, I usually have to duck my head under the shower head to wash shampoo. I feel like up looking. Wait, did you just say Goku? Hold on. I'm looking like Goku. Oh, word up. I mean, I played piano last night and finally feel like I've made some progression. This feeling is great. I feel you, Lindsay. I feel you. Progress. Progress. To Cyber's point, I just got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot yesterday because it was my day off, and boy, do I love this game. Okay, when that game first started showing gameplay videos, I didn't really believe it. Well, I thought it looked bad, but I believed in it because it was the game I wanted. There are certain games that are like my dream games, which is the game that I want. Like there was a specific Pokemon game I really wanted that they're never going to make, and there was a Dragon Ball Z game that I thought they were never going to make, but they made it, and I'm playing it, and it feels so good. To Lindsay's point, progression does feel good, particularly particularly doing switch ups and rhythms with my left hand has been something that has always kind of plagued my progression as a keyboard player. Um, and granted, I would say that my progression right now is slower than it once was. As you know, you're not always going in a straight line. You're going to hit plateaus, and then you're going to have exponential climbs for sure. But um, it's the little things. There's little things that I'm able to do with my left hand now that used to be unheard of. I kind of have to sit in the same rhythm with my left hand throughout an entire song. Um, in order to play stuff with my right hand that's interesting. If you look at most of my songs, they kind of rest on the same rhythm, like over and under. It's just that for the entirety of the song, and it's up to the right hand's melody to change the feel or the progression of the song. But then there's songs like the song that we need to retitle, the one that was called Over the Pond, but that we're renaming sometime in the stream. This one. If you just look at the left hand, it's doing a rhythm, and then there will be like changes in it, like changes in its speed and its rhythm, and that was something that took, I would say, a long time, but it also just took playing a lot of songs. It took making other songs that were in different rhythms. Then he goes there. Anyways, progression does feel good. You're absolutely right, Lindsay. Sometimes forcing it could be annoying, but when it comes kind of naturally at the result of hard work, it does feel good. Sending you lots of love from Sweden, bro. You're international. Yay! I actually started producing music myself after being inspired by your video on Instagram. Next step is learning to play the piano. I'm glad. Wow, how proactive of you. Goodness, that's very proactive of you. I don't know anything about Sweden. I know that Sweden pumps out a lot of very talented producers. Most of the Korean pop music scene is produced by Swedish people. And then there's Swedish House Mafia, that was the thing. And weren't Mike Snow from Sweden? I worked at an IKEA for a year. That's where I soaked in most of my information on Sweden. Somebody asked me what song I'm most proud of. I'm proud of them all. They're all my babies. They're all my babies. I'm proud of them for different reasons, right? Like some of them were very difficult to play, some of them were very difficult to produce, some of them are very difficult to perform, some of them are just very, very true to who I am. Songs like, if you listen to Ego Death, right now I still feel very close to those songs. Those songs feel like me. If you listen to the song Bon Bon, this song doesn't necessarily feel like me anymore, but it once did. It once did, so I still have a lot of pride in it. I'm kind of proud of everything that I've made. Well, let me back up. I'm proud of everything that I've released. There are a lot of things that I make that I am very ashamed of, and you guys just usually don't get to hear them. Sometimes you do. Sometimes I'll play them in streams, but I just won't end up releasing them. Yeah, they all proved different challenges. One song, let's just talk about a few. One song that I'm really proud of is a song called Suspended in Love. I very rarely played in the stream. I never play it live. It was kind of one of those songs that was just released. It was a Lucy. It was a Lucy. This one. That song I was very proud of because that was the first time that I ever hired. That was the first time that, oh crap, there are unreleased songs on my Patreon. Okay, so I'm also proud of those. I wouldn't put them in my Patreon if I wasn't proud of them, but those are just fine. People can listen to those. That's fine. Um, the Suspended in Love. The reason that I'm proud of that song is because I had to work with professional musicians, which meant that I had to study what an instrument is actually capable of. Now, for those of you that don't know, let me do a quick example. I have time. So this is a violin. It's not really, but let's pretend for a moment that this is a... Oh, this is a violin. Well, it's not, but yes. Let's pretend it's violin. The violin has a range, right? The violin can't actually play that high. Nor can the violin play that low, which is why it sounds like Bowser or something. The violin can't play that low. It sounds distorted this low, it sounds distorted this high. A lot of times when you're writing, let me not project, a lot of times when I'm writing and arranging for instruments, I don't actually know the instrument's range because a lot of my music comes from keyboards and a lot of my music comes from software. So, I mean, obviously I can't play the saxophone, so if I want to play a saxophone, I just pull up a sax sound and I start playing it on a keyboard. Now, the reason that this proved a challenge when writing Suspended in Love is because if you listen to the violin in Suspended in Love, that is a real violin. Therefore, I was writing things that, one, were not possible for a violin to play because they were outside the violin's range, and two, were very awkward for a violin to play because of the arrangement of the actual notes. When you're writing music for an instrument, be it guitar, keyboard, bass guitar, drums, whatever, you have to keep in mind that these are real tangible things, and if you want them to sound believably real, you need to do a little bit of study into that instrument and what that instrument's actually capable of. Or else you might mess up and write something that's impossible. And maybe for those people that do play drums or do play flute or do play violin or do play clarinet, they'll hear it and they'll go, no. It like breaks the line of believability, I guess. However, for a lot of people, myself included, believability in music isn't necessarily paramount. I don't need it. I don't need everybody to believe that all the instruments are real. In the same way that somebody that makes dubstep doesn't need everybody to believe that that sound is coming from a tangible instrument. It's software. It's supposed to exceed the limits of real, tangible acoustic instruments. But I will say that for the song Suspended in Love, because I was working with real musicians that had to record it, I had to take into consideration a lot of the limitations and constrictions of an actual stringed instrument. And so I'm proud of that song for that reason. And honestly, a lot of my songs have stories like that, where they proved a specific challenge, whether it was emotional or physical or skill-wise, like prowess. And so that's what makes me proud of all the stuff that I end up putting out. And the stuff I'm not so proud of, I just don't release. What? Somebody got the world record in Super Mario Maker? I used to play clarinet, now it's in my closet collecting dust. That sounds about right. I know a lot of people that played instruments, especially in high school, that just don't anymore. They were like an amazing trumpet player and they just dropped it. And I'm not mad about it. I was a really good basketball player. I tried to play basketball recently and somebody almost half my height washed me. It would have been embarrassing if the person wasn't my friend, but it happened. Well, somebody give me $1. Thank you. Thank you, Zach. I think it's Zach. Zank? I think it's Zank. You played basketball. Yes, I played basketball. I mean, who didn't play basketball? I feel like you grew up in a black neighborhood, everybody kind of plays basketball. It's not like I was on a basketball team. I was just good at basketball. You just were good at basketball in that neighborhood. And so I could play basketball, and then I didn't for a really long time. Just like I didn't skateboard for a long time, or how I didn't yo-yo for a long time. And some people can argue that it's like riding a bike and it just comes back, but I mean, some of these things don't just come back. You're not going to come back as good as somebody that's been playing the entire time. And I was playing against somebody that's very good at basketball, and he just crushed me. And honestly, it felt good. It felt good losing. Sometimes there's a dignity in loss. It felt good to know that, hey, this thing that I haven't invested in at all in the past 10 years kind of suffered. And the thing that I have been investing in, i.e., music, has, blossomed and flourished, I guess. Word up. Okay. Where are we? We're at minute 47. Oh, remember Clover Salad? I'm remembering that. Do I listen to Electro Swing? Oh, do I like Electro Swing? Kind of. Electro Swing has kind of become a joke to me. I do appreciate it for what it is, but I don't listen to it on my own time. I would feel kind of like a clown. And I don't mean that to insult people that like Electro Swing. Electro Swing literally makes me feel like a clown, which I don't often want to feel like. But sometimes you do want to feel like a clown. So I will listen to it. Electro Swing is really good for like kind of a throwback 20s party. Yes. Good morning to the people who just came in. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Kaz, for reminding me. Good morning, everybody. Where are my manners? Where have they gone? That song's called Clover Salad, and I've been gradually relearning it because it was not finished when I forgot it. I basically forgot a fragment of a song. And so now that I'm adopting it back into the morning streams, hopefully I can develop it into a full-fledged song. Will you ever make more remixes of pop culture music or like tracks? I was making a remix last night, so yeah, sure. Sure, Azar. I won't be remixing anything by Young Gravy. I don't even listen to Young Gravy, so I don't know any Young Gravy tracks, but I'll remix other things that like I actually listen to or care about. Whoa! Oh. Sorry, there was something rattling around in the speaker and I went to blow it and I thought that I made that sound somehow with my mouth. I still think about the music video that you were recently in. What music video? Are you talking about me? Are you talking to me? What music video? Have you ever thought of doing the soundtrack for an indie game or a short film? I am doing the soundtrack for an indie game right now. That's what, whenever I say, hey guys, I'm going to be working tomorrow, so I'm going to have to cut the stream short, or today I'm going to be very busy because I have a lot of commissions to catch up on. It's because I'm working on the soundtrack to an indie game. The one for Mark Rodito. Were you talking about that video, Cyber? That was a fun music video to shoot. There's something that I want to say about the shooting of that music video, but I can't because these videos are saved, and I don't want to get in trouble. But shooting that music video was very fun, and I had a lot of very, very great memories of it. And that is all I can say. Anyways, it was great to shoot. I almost crashed a car, which, doesn't always happen. Yeah, that song is called Clover Salad. This song that I'm about to play, guys, is called Flight Plan. It used to be my closing song. For those of you that have been in the stream for more than 1 year, you'll remember when I used to close with Flight Plan. It's no longer the closing song. Wednesday? It's Tuesday. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I just gave myself a very short panic attack. That's not called flight plan. It's about airports or planes. I don't know. It's about travel. It's really about travel, but with a name like flight plan, I feel like I have to be more specific. I really want to write a song about trains, but okay. So in the United States, we have a thing called Amtrak. Most of you guys live in the United States, so I don't know why I'm going into depth, but some of you don't. So we have a thing called Amtrak. It's a system of very slow trains, almost antique in nature. These trains are hilariously slow, much slower than a car, way slower than a car. It's about the speed of a very fast Vespa. No, just a Vespa. Sorry, just a regular old Vespa. Anyways, we have these system of trains in the U.S., but people very rarely use them, so we haven't developed them any further than they already are developed, since they were kind of first inducted. And oh, goodbye, Kid James. Thank you for being in the stream, and thank you again for Reflection Pool. So we have these things called Amtrak. They're very slow trains. People don't use them very much. They don't go very many places. On the East Coast, they're like a spider web, and on the West Coast, they're like a clothesline. It's ridiculous. You really can't use them reliably. But I do, because I like trains. I inconvenience myself regularly to ride a train because of my love for the rail. And this year, I am going to be taking a rather long train trip from Los Angeles to New York City. The entire trip takes about 3 days, but I'm willing to do it because I love trains. And I feel like at the end of that train ride, or halfway through that train ride, or heck, maybe even at the beginning of that train ride, I'm probably going to have some level of inspiration that'll help me in my creation of music. I think that the U.S. is a very big country. It's massive. And since most of us fly around, we understand our departure point and our destination very well. But I think that a lot of us have kind of lost, a lot of us, myself included, have lost perspective on exactly how vast the United States is and how much of it is just land. Land that nobody's really on, land that nobody's really growing anything on, nobody's living on, it's just land. So, I'm going to take a train, and I'm going to get a window seat, and I'm going to, every seat's a window seat, by the way, and I'm going to look at the country that I've grown up in, and try to kind of gain a new understanding of exactly what this thing is, and all the stuff that's in the middle, and all the stuff that was fought over, and people died. And then I'm going to write music about it, but that train ticket is very expensive. It's far more expensive than a plane ticket, and way more expensive than a bus ticket. It's more expensive than gas. It's more expensive than renting a car and driving the entire way. It's maybe the most expensive and slowest way to travel. I can't emphasize how slow it is and expensive. But I'm gonna do it. I'm saving up to do it. So hopefully at the end of this year I will have a song about a train. But for right now, most of my songs are about plane travel, like Flight Plan or Into Thin Air, which is about my plane taking off from Hong Kong. I'm gonna play Into Thin Air. I realized I didn't play it in this stream. At least I don't remember playing it. Video that I shot for this song of my plane taking off from Hong Kong Airport. It is on my YouTube page under the title Into Thin Air. was called Into Thin Air. I wrote it not even a full year ago. Wow, I guess that song's kind of fresh. Because I went to Hong Kong in, I think, September. I don't know, it's up on my wall somewhere. Okay, everybody, time to go over a little bit of news. So I do have two new albums out. One of which is very ambient, very chill, down tempo. The other one is very housey and dancey, kind of like a lot of the remixes that I make. Hmm. Could you try to explain music theory? I'm trying to learn guitar and finding my very. Oops, sorry. I'm finding it very fun to always learn more and more theory. So, I don't know music theory, inaudible. Woo woo. I don't know music theory. So, I can't explain anything to you, unfortunately. I could just explain that all of these keys make sounds, and after years of playing, I figured out what sounds good to me personally and what I'm capable of. Back to news, though. I do have two new albums out. One is called Ego Death, the other one is called Quick Breath. They were companion albums, they came out within a few weeks of each other. Quick Breath is more housey and dancey, dance oriented, and Ego Death is a little more, hello Dexter. Ego Death is more ambient and down tempo, but there are vocals on both. There are some instrumental tracks on both as well. Most of the Ego Death songs are my own vocals provided. Quick Breath, I have some featured vocals that come on. Dexter says, "What did they miss?" Well, you missed the entire stream. I'm now ending the stream. I'm going over news, and we're gonna end it. But I'm going over news now, so hopefully you'll maybe hear something in the news that you missed. And those are those two releases. As far as merch, I currently have the sample from my t-shirt of merch in my closet. I'm not going to show it though because it's not finished. I think I still need to add a different logo, and I'm updating my logo this year. But there is merch coming this year. As far as shows, I will be in Little Tokyo this Friday. I'll be in Little Tokyo this Friday because Sidewalk Talk, which is an interview series on YouTube actually that I featured on, is going to be there having kind of a pop-up meet and greet thing. It's going to be me, AO Beats is going to be there, San Holo is going to be there. Just like a few people that have been featured on Sidewalk Talks and are kind of like artists around LA that weekend. And it'll be at a boba shop in Little Tokyo. I'll post the information to it on my Instagram. What else is there? Oh, the stream. So you're in the morning medley stream right now. The morning medley stream happens every morning, of course, at 9 a.m. on weekdays. There aren't any streams on weekends. And major holidays, usually I'll take the day off. But we're here today. And you're here today also, so you were able to make it. So thank you for being able to make the time for it. But if you did enjoy the stream and are wondering when the next one's going to be happening, again, every weekday at 9 a.m. I'm here. I usually schedule them beforehand. So since today is Tuesday, I will be here Wednesday with another morning medley stream. When I was on tour yeah, I'm glad that you can make it today, Lindsay. I miss you when you're not in the morning streams anymore. When I was in Korea on tour recently, I had a really long layover in Hong Kong. I didn't actually play a show in Hong Kong. I was just in Hong Kong for a very long time, which is really nice. I mean, I think I experienced like a sliver of the whole pie that is Hong Kong. So maybe there are parts of Hong Kong that wouldn't be as pleasing to me, but the parts that I were in were amazing, and I was thoroughly enjoying myself. Anyways, while I was in my hotel, I recorded some of like the early morning traffic, and I ended up writing this song to it called Hush Hour. And this is the song that I usually use to close the morning medley streams. If you want to see that video, it's also up on my YouTube under the title Hush Hour. everybody for being respectful to me for the past hour, and thank you for being polite to one another. Um, Welcome to all the new people. Goodbye to all the people who will never be in the stream again. And to everybody, enjoy your Tuesday. I will be pretty busy for most of the day, so probably won't be that much activity on Instagram. But I'll see you guys here tomorrow morning. Abba.